Hello everybody, welcome along. If you've recently subscribed to this channel, I wish to thank you very, very much. At time of recording, we have currently 37 subscribers, which doesn't sound a lot, but you've got to start from somewhere. And I appreciate everybody's support. If you haven't subscribed yet and you enjoyed today's episode, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this series. And when we hit FM23, which we all now have a date for, and more about that in a future video, we will be obviously looking at what we're going to do with FM23 when it's out on the 8th of November and the beta to come a couple of weeks before that. So we're really, really excited, looking forward, looking and putting the bits and pieces together for our beta save when it arrives. So lots to look forward to. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button. It will do endless good. It helps me. It keeps you in contact with what's going on. And also you can follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 is the Twitter account that you need to follow. That will keep you up to date with all new releases and stuff like that as well. Today's episode, we have the Europa League Semi Final first leg at the Nou Camp. I think it is. We're away in the first leg. And that's followed by a game in the Premier League against already relegated Wolves. Hello and welcome to episode 55 of Making Tottenham Hotspurs again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games for you, as mentioned in the intro, against Barcelona at the Nou Camp in the Europa League Semi Final first leg, and that's followed by a game in the Premier League against already relegated Wolves. So it is a case of having a look to see what's happened since you last with us. You were last with us for two games. Benfica in the quarterfinal of the Europa League. And, of course, we were 2-1 down after the first leg. We beat Benfica 3-0 at their place, making it 4-2 on aggregate. A nice win. If you missed that episode, go back and watch it. And also beating Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final by 3-1. Again, we were rather happy with that, which takes us to a FA Cup final, possibly the end of the season. If we get through to the final of the Europa League over the next two episodes, then it won't be. The Europa League will drop in behind that. I think it's something like the 30th. So it'll be the FA Cup final on the Saturday, and then the Europa League final on the following Thursday, something along those lines. So at the moment, Manchester City, our last game of the season. Last two games of the season. I'm not sure. I don't think, we'll check in a minute. I don't think they're in the Europa League. They would have been in the Champions League. I think Arsenal are still in it though. So it could be another match off against Arsenal in the Europa League final. Who knows? But yeah, so that was the thing. And as I say, the Arsenal, which gets us through. So we still have our opportunity at four lots of silverware. And now that FM23, I know we've been talking about this, now that FM23 has been formally announced as release date of the 8th of November, the beta usually a couple of weeks before, so we reckon around about the 25th of October, it's quite possible that if we do succeed in getting the four lots of trophies, we will end this series right at the end of this season. If you don't want me to, you want me to carry on for another season, it will be a squashed up season because we won't have many episodes to squeeze it all into, then you need to drop me the comments down below and say, please carry on. Having said all of that, we are getting still a lot of views on this particular series. So I will review it when we get down to that, probably that last episode, and see how these next couple of episodes have done. And if you've dropped me comments as well, then we will we'll look to carry on. Right, the Europa League then, semi-finals. As we said, Arsenal are on the other side. They've got to play Atalanta in their semi-final. So it is possible we could end up with another final against Arsenal. Seem to be our side that we're meeting in the latter stages of these competitions. Carabao Cup final, semi-final of the FA Cup, possibly the final of the Europa League. Who knows? Anyway, we will see how that all pans out. But today we have to beat Barcelona, or at least get a decent result against Barcelona to bring them home to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And we don't want to be too far behind in this one. A draw would do us fine. A win would be nice, but we are at the Nou Camp, so we have to be very, very careful. Right, I think there's enough of the talk. We've told you the games that have gone. I think I did anyway, or did I not? No, I didn't. Bournemouth was a 2-2. That's what I was supposed to be doing and got sidetracked. A 2-2 draw against Bournemouth. A little bit of a disappointment after the Arsenal game. Let's have a quick look. We were a goal to the good. Mazzoulia getting us a lead after 4 minutes. Brooks pegging us back after 8. Hodgberg getting us back in front after 36. But again, just the other side of half-time, Ryan Christie getting the equaliser for Bournemouth. And that's pretty much how it stood, as you'll see. We were on top for most of this game, albeit we had lots of shots, not so many on target. And possession-wise, we weren't that fantastic either. So that's where it all fell to bits, really. I think in reality, we probably should have won that, but didn't. So points dropped there, but we did manage to put ourselves back on track in a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace. We had been playing the 4-2-4 formation, for 2 or 3 games, which have been okay until we got to the Bournemouth game. So we've actually, for the Crystal Palace game, switched back to the 4-2-3-1. I think obviously we swapped to the 4-2-4 for the Benfica game, which did us the world of good. But we, again, swapped back for the Crystal Palace. That good 3-win, 2 goals from Harry Kane and Mazzoulia after 48 minutes, rounding that one off. How does that leave us in the Premier League? Well, as you'll see, we still are top. 34 games played by most of the teams at the top of the table here, which means there's 4 games left to play, 12 points available. And it does mean that Liverpool can't catch us now, because even if they were to win all their games with 12 points and we were to lose all ours, we are a point in front of them. So it's literally a run-off between us and Manchester United as it currently stands. We're 4 points clear of Manchester United going into the next round of games. So I reckon, on my reckoning, if we could win a couple more games, depending on how Manchester United do, then I think we've got a fairly good chance of securing the Premier League title this season. All that to be looked at a bit deeper as we get into today's episode and obviously on ensuing episodes. But for now, let's concentrate on the Europa League Semi Final against Barcelona. We haven't met them previously. This is unknown territory for us. It's a tall order, but one that I think we hope we can do reasonably well in. Let's have a look at the team that will face Barcelona. And it is a familiar formation that we put out against Barcelona for this one, and a familiar team as well. Castile's in goal, Reguilón, Romero, Upamecano, and Emerson Royal in defence. Dembele and Holzberg in front of them. Son, Mazzoulia and Koeman are attacking midfield. Kane up front. Latula, Soul, Ali, Abraham, Sanchez, Michael and Silva are all on the bench. And obviously being Champions League, it is, not Champions League, but Europa League. We have the match preview. Barcelona only winning 2 of their last 5 games, drawing the other 3, whereas we've won 4 of our last 5 and drawn 1 Barcelona in their usual blue and red stripes for this one. And we are underway. Keeping one eye on the Arsenal game as well while we're at it. So, a corner we have. Son with the corner. It's headed in. It's headed clear. I like their shorts. I really do like their shorts. One red leg, one blue leg. Is that in real time? I can't say I've ever noticed. Barcelona's always look at their shirts. Oh, that's hit the post from Kane. And come, was he offside there? I'm not quite sure what happened. But yeah, I need to have a look. It's really cool having dual, because a lot of teams have tops that are multicoloured and, you know, different panels and things like that. So a lovely cross in, but Koeman, Holzberg, ball was tackled. Dembele, lovely shot from distance, but flies over the top. But not noticed a lot of size with multicoloured shorts, to be fair. Holzberg, Mazulia, Emerson Royal, back to Upamecano. Holzberg, Emerson Royal, looking for Koeman, tries to cross it in, but it's come off of the defender straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, Ter Stegen, as they try and come out from the back. And Barcelona got that was too easy in the end. Oscar Minguez getting the goal, but what were we doing? It's just like we went into statue mode. Way too easy. Way too easy. Castell's come out and didn't do anything. And really, this defender here, whoever it is, it's Reguilón, should have got cut in to block that angle. I think Castells had positioned himself so he couldn't get the ball across him without being able to make the save. But of course, he went down the inside. But Reguilón really just gave up running. Whereas I think he should have probably come back and tried to cross and block it. There. Very disappointing defending that. And Barcelona take the lead. We need to get back in this if we can. But Barcelona with a throw-in. The player who's done the damage is on the ball again. Has crossed it this time across the face of the goal. Right, let's just make sure we've got him mapped out. And Griezmann here as well. We have on the weaker foot. This player isn't, I think, got a chance of what a good never triggering press against that player. All the others are marked up, I think. And half time comes, and yeah, not the best of first halves. 9 shots, 3 on target. So we've not done bad. 0.77. They've been lucky. I won't say a mistake. It was just poor defending, really. Has allowed them to get a goal in front. 4 shots, 2 on target currently, and they have 56% of the possession. So we need to up the possession ranks a little bit in the second half. We start the second half. No changes at half time. Still that 1 goal behind as we head towards the hour mark. Kane not having the best of games, albeit we have got a highlight now just as we're about to think about making a change on the hour mark. Reguilón with the throw in to Son, who heads it down to Mazulia. Mazulia now crosses it in, and Kane has got there, but he's injured. And that, I was thinking about taking him off anyway, but he's picked up an injury. And the goal stands. We're back on equal terms, but he picked up an injury as he stretched. And that's bad news. Right, hang on. Right, Harry Kane, what's he done? potential knee injury. That could be a long-termer. So Tammy Abraham will come on for him. We'll stick to the formation that we've got. An enforced change on an hour. We'll make that one change for the moment. Point the finger, make me proud. Not had the desired effect on Tammy Abraham, but Reguilón with a throw in to Mazulia. Mazulia to Son, Reguilón, Dembele, Romero, Dembele. Finds Son. Son crosses it for Koeman. He's got there. And it's ricocheted off. It's gone out for a corner. Thought he was going to put that away then. Didn't quite make it. Pedri needs marking. Right, we'll do that now. Pedri. Always mark him. We have a player, come on. Aguero, Sergio Aguero is on. We need to go hard on him for sure. He's picked up a yellow card already though. Dembele. Who's one Dembele? He's also on, but no instructions on him at the moment. I'm thinking that what we'll do is we'll go in hard on him as well. Son with the corner then. Corner in, it's headed in straight into the arms, Upamecano into the arms of the goalkeeper, who's been very, very good in goal for Barcelona, which you would expect, being such a big side and long ball. Reguilón's going to get underneath that. Dembele to Mazulia. Reguilón looking for Son. Didn't quite find him. That's a long ball upfield. Castells will look after that. To Romero. Upamecano. Dembele. Hojbjerg. Hojbjerg now goes out wide to Koeman. Koeman back to Emerson Royal. Back to Koeman. Inside to Hojbjerg. We've come forward. Nicely. Hojbjerg into space for Mazulia. Mazulia crosses it deep. Abraham. And it's gone out for a goal kick. 75 minutes comes. Let's have a look. Some other tired legs. Kingsley Koeman is tired on this right-hand side. So is Son. And I think it's noticeable with Son. Dele Alli will come on that right side for him. Do we need to make another change right at the minute? Or do we ride it out for just a little bit longer? Dele Alli on then. And we're back underway. They have a throw in on that far side. Oh, there's a tackle and it's going to be a penalty by the looks of it. Tackle on Dembele. It's a penalty for my money. Yeah, it is. And we could go a goal behind here. Which is a bit of a shame. They've been lucky. And Aguero scores, or no, it's Araujo. Ronald Araujo. The scorer makes it 2-1 after 80 minutes. Right. Does that change what we were going to do? I think it probably does. Now, Mazulia. Koeman is tired. We've got two tired players here, and I'm not sure what to do. Mazulia. Koeman is the one that's... right, what we're going to do is Abraham plays the advance forward. Mazulia will push up there. We're going to swap him over in a minute. Right, swap him over. And Andre Silva is going to get a chance to come on here. As we go for it. Koeman, where are we? Kingsley Koeman off for Andre Silva. Now, what does Andre Silva prefer to play? Doesn't really matter. We can play him as anything. Pressing forward on attack. Or do we put him as a pressing forward on support? Put him as a pressing forward on support. That's our final change. We're going to pump fists. Make me proud. And as we try and get this back, it's looking quite decent for a 1-1 draw to take them to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but that's gone downhill a little bit as we go 2 up front and 90 minutes is played. I'm going to go attacking for the last 6 minutes of injury time just to see if we can get them. Oh, this is going to be a mistake as they come forward. And 2 goals behind won't probably be good. Dembele's in space, but Castile saves that, goes out for a corner, but he's offside. And full time comes. We've lost this one 2-1, but I think under the circumstances, we will have taken that at the outset. And I think we have to be reasonably happy. A couple of players not really playing to their full potential. And bit of a disappointing day in some ways. 18 shots, 8 on target, so we were pretty much 50%, which I like. As you know, they were 50%, 12 shots, 6 on target. We had the better XG. Not so good on possession, but we definitely beat them on XG. So yeah, I think we're definitely in it, but what we do need to do is first of all find out how injured Harry Kane is, 1, and 2, we need to make sure that we beat them wholesale when they come back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Let's have a quick look and see what's happened on the other side of the draw, Atalanta and Arsenal, and then we'll get on with the episode. Well, as you come back, you'll see the other side of the draw, which will suit Arsenal down to the ground. A 1-1 draw. They were 1 up in that game after 78 minutes, but 3 minutes later, Muriel for Atalanta got the equaliser and made it 1-1, which Atalanta will be happy. But they, of course, have got to go to the Emirates for the second leg, as do Barcelona. So 2-1 up for Barcelona isn't the end of the story. We've got to fancy our chances at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're only a goal behind, effectively, at half time. So as long as we come out of the blocks, all guns blazing in that second leg, I think we stand a reasonable chance. Right. That's what's happened. Let's have a quick look and see if we can find out. Harry Kane, he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks with a damaged kneecap. That could be the end of his season then. Pretty much, we're in May. Yep, it pretty much will be the end of his season, which is a bit of a shame for Harry Kane. 40 goals for the season, 7 Player of the Match awards, 41 appearances. That's pretty much a goal a game. 11 assists, so he's contributed 51 goals this season, a 7.44 average rating. Bit of a shame that his season has come to a premature end, but I'm sure Tammy Abraham will step into the breach for him. Right. Bielsa spotted at the Nou Camp. Is he really? He's now the German boss. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, second game of the episode then coming up. It's against Wolves in the Premier League. Wolves already been relegated. And as you will see, we've beaten them on 3 previous occasions. 2-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the Premier League in 2021-22. And 2-0 at Molineux. I was trying to think of the name of the ground then for a minute. And we've already beaten them 6-1 this season. Does that mean it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? The game must be away, so it must be at Molineux. Beat them 6-1 when we played them way back in September. Back in September, near the start of the season. So 6-1 win then. I won't say let's hope for the same again, but a win would do us the power of good. And, of course, we need to be seeing what's going on with Manchester United because that obviously will have a big bearing on how our season pans out. Right, without any more to do, let's have a look at the team that will face Wolves. And as you come back and join us, before we look at the teams, something huge has happened. Manchester United, who are chasing us at a rate of knots, have lost to Brighton. Brighton, who were down in about 11th place, have beaten Manchester United by 2-0. Martial getting 2 goals, 33 and 41 minutes. Manchester United not able to get back into that game, which means that there is a 4-point gap and we have a game in hand. So if we win today's game, we will be 7 points in front of them with just 3 games, 9 points available, which means we just need to win one of our remaining 3 games to be crowned as champions, Premier League champions for the season 2023-24. Oh, that is huge. So one big step today and we are on the precipice of our 2nd silverware for the season. And of course, that will come off in the next episode when once again we need to secure a win against Barcelona to keep our hopes alive of 4 lots of silverware and possibly an end to the series. Not that I want to get rid of it, but an end to the series. Don't forget, if you want me to carry on with the series, as we said right at the start of the episode, you need to leave comments in below and say, don't stop. Right, today's team then that will face Wolves. It's Castiles in goal. Hernandez is back in the side alongside Romero and Saul in central midfield. Central defence. Emerson Roll on the right. And Kelso and Holzberg in that central midfield. Son, Mazulia and Koeman continue in that attacking midfield. Abraham comes in for the injured Kane, who is out for the rest of the season, so it looks. Latula, Upamecano, Dembele, who's Upamecano's being rested, by the way. Dembele, Ali, Reguilon, Bergwijn, Silva, Mahel and Lucas Moura all on the bench. And as you join us for this one at Molineux, the pre-match team talk, there was an option in there that said we can win the championship today if we get a win. I'm not sure if it knows something that I don't. Anyway, Dendonka has a free kick just inside Gibbs White. Unless Wolves, of course, put a real dampener on things and we lose it. In which case we got a long way to go. Don't want to lose this game today. Koeman, a nice ball, one back. Not sure who that was, won it back. I think it was Holzberg. Anyway, long ball forward looking for Abraham, didn't find him. And their goalkeeper, Bernardoni, says thank you very much for winning the ball. Romero wins that one. Lo Celso, Hernandez and Son interacting. Lo Celso, Mazulia, Lo Celso, Hodgberg, Abraham pushed it out wide for Son. Son, I don't know if he was being a bit slow, couldn't get there. Emerson Royal though, he comes forward. And he's around his man. It crosses in. And Abraham gets his 26th goal of the season. Linesman hasn't run away, which makes me wonder whether it's offside or not. It's been given, I think. Usually the linesman, or the referee, assistant referee, as you call them nowadays. Well, the referee's run back to the centre circle. So I think we're okay. Yes, it's all good. Goal up then. And with that 7-point gap, 9 points still available. So I don't think it's mathematically out of the way. And Raul Castiles gets a hand to that and puts it over the top. Looked like they were back in there, but luckily Castiles doing his job. That's headed clear. Gibbs White will pick it up. Emerson Royal getting rid of that ball. Wolves have not been out of it. They've 3 shots, 2 on target. Bernardoni slings this one forward. Saul underneath it. Mazulia brings it down nicely. Holds the ball up. Emerson Royal, Koeman, Abraham. Lovely interaction here. Mazulia. Ooh, tried to put it around the goalkeeper. Missed the target though. And should have been 2 up on the half-hour-ish mark. Bernardoni. probably not had a good season there in the Wolves goal. They've been relegated too early. Abraham, Holzberg, Koeman. Yeah, number 2. And he's offside, I think. Sure, the referee was waving out there. VAR will look at it. It's been given. We are 2 goals up. Son, Abraham, Holzberg through to Koeman. I think the player, the defender here, Dendoncker, was playing him on side. We'll see in a minute. We will get the lines. But that was a perfect timed run, I would say. Yep, there you go. He's just playing him on. Dendoncker. Right that VAR checked it, but it was good. And we are 2-0 up. Hodgberg, Emerson Royal, Mazulia. Back to Emerson Royal, Hodgberg, Lo Celso, looking for our 3rd before half-time. Son, 38 minutes, 39 minutes gone. Lo Celso, out to Hernandez. Son, moving the ball around nicely here. Son, into space for Mazulia. Mazulia crosses it into the box, and Abraham gets his 2nd of the game, 27th of the season. And he's on to a hat-trick now. 3-0 half-time. Or before half-time, 39 minutes gone. 6-1 we beat them last time out at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Abraham sliding in for that one. And they have a highlight from kickoff. 3-goal cushion we have here, so I'm not overly worried. Forward, Hernandez under that one. Casteels, Emerson Royal, Sewell, Emerson Royal, Koeman, tucks it inside to Emerson Royal, Mazulia, Lo Celso, Abraham comes forward on that ball, gets it through to Son. Son now, who's trying to look to cross that ball in. It was blocked on the cross. Hernandez crosses it. Mazulia shot is parried by the goalkeeper and out for a corner. 40 minutes on the clock. Lo Celso with the corner. Swung in. Sewell, but got his head to it, but it was going over. It was rising from the header. And Vestergaard, Dendoncker, Neto, Dendoncker. And he's fired that one high and wide. Half-time has arrived then, finally. Thought we weren't going to get there for a minute. 10 shots, 4 on target, 2.23. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target. We've had just that little bit edge in the possession stakes. And you come back for the second half. Son is off at half-time for Bergwijn. No injuries or anything else. We're just going to rest him as we've got a 3-goal lead, unless it goes really pear-shaped, and gives Bergwijn a run out as well. Gives him a bit of game time. Koeman on the other side of the pitch. Mazulia, he's got it in via the post. He's 12th of the season. And Mazulia puts us 4-0 up, which vindicates us resting Son. Abraham, lovely ball out to Koeman. And Koeman tucks it back. Mazulia, lovely shot in off the post. And a good start to the second half. Bernardoni is headed down by Sewell to Hodgberg. Through to Abraham. He's on a hat-trick and he's put it away. He's 28th of the season. A hat-trick for Abraham. And he's taken up. Harry Kane's out. Abraham's in and doing the business. 5-0 after 53 minutes. And Bernardoni had that and diverted it into his own net, really. And it'll be good for Abraham to have a little bit of confidence. The second time this season that he's had a chance to get in and spend a bit of time in the side, which he will do. And he'll be in the game against Barcelona. Koeman Koeman's cut inside, looking for Bergwijn. Didn't find him, but Dendoncker defending extremely well at the back there. Long ball, Romero cutting that out. Emerson Royal, Koeman. And Koeman's lost the ball. It's unusual for Koeman. Neto to chip the goalkeeper. They've got one back. Noni Madueke makes it 5-1. Not a clean sheet today. And the Molineux faithful will be pleased to have at least got a consolation goal. Split the defence. And Castile's anticipating him pushing it to one side, but didn't chipped him very, very nicely. Past the hour mark, they have a corner. Neto with the corner. Deep, it's hit the post. Mazulia just gets rid of it, drives it away, almost in disgust. Hernandez, Bergwijn, Mazulia, back to Bergwijn. Bergwijn fires it forward for Mazulia, but Mazulia isn't going to get there. Romero heading that down. Holzberg goes out wide to Koeman. Koeman crosses it, and Abraham gets his 4th of the game. 29th goal of the season. 6-1. Tammy Abraham 4. Tammy Abraham's had a absolutely scorching day. Koeman fires this in, and Abraham just cocks his leg. Bang. 6-1. Same result as earlier in the season. As we head down to 70 minutes, Abraham on the ball again. The Kelso, we'll probably give him a rest in a minute. Hernandez forward looking for Abraham for his 5th, but wasn't going to get there. Ruiz, he's in, and he's chipped the goalkeeper as well. That's the second one. Eibar Ruiz getting it 6-2. Right, time for changes then, I think. We're clearly struggling here against the Mazulia is tired. So Dele Alli can come on for him. We've already made one change, of course. Kingsley Koeman is tired. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put Bergwijn up front. We'll put Dele Alli out on the left. Who's on the bench that could come on for Koeman? And we want to take Abraham off, really, don't we? Tammy, we're not going to be able to do it. Right, I'm going to undo that a minute. Let's undo. Mazulia is tired. So is Koeman. I can make 2 changes. Right, so Koeman can come off, and we can bring Lucas Moura on for him. I think Tammy Abraham is going to have to stay out there. So Lucas Moura in on the right. And then what we'll do is I think Dele Alli will come on for Mazulia. Abraham stays up front. Right, that's obviously made the final changes there a little bit disorientating. And Ruiz getting in. I need to check the opposition instructions as well in a minute. Make sure they don't run riot here and get right back in. Let's have a look. Luke Ayling is playing for, should be since we're going hard but fair. Van de Gaard. Never trigger press. And then we've got going strong on him. Yeah, a bit late to go in hard on Ruiz because he's already done us. We'll do all those changes. Nonetheless, they have a corner. Neto with a corner. Swung in and it's hit the crossbar, I think. Castile's bringing it down. Abraham holds the ball up. Waits for us to break out. Bergwijn. Bergwijn to Hernandez. It's not going to come to anything, though. And as we down into the 18 minutes, Sewell, Emerson Royal to Holzberg, Dele Alli, Lo Celso, Holzberg going out wide looking for Bergwijn. He's found him. Bergwijn has Lo Celso inside him. Holzberg, Dele Alli, Abraham. And a question of offside there. It is a goal, and it's 7-2. 7-2. Holzberg, Dele Alli, Abraham. He's fifth of the game. Was thinking about taking him off and resting him, but as it turns out, and the defender out here, Luke Ayling, has kept him onside. As we head down to the 90-minute mark, 2 minutes of injury time. It's going to be full time. It's 7-2 at full time. 5 goals from Tammy Abraham in this one. It's 23 shots, 10 on target, 3.69, 54% of the possession against their 11 and 5. They did very well considering they've already been relegated. Well, before we go through and have a look and see if there's anything that tell us whether we've won the championship, I don't think we have. With 3 games to play, 38 games, isn't there? Yes, 3 games to play. There's 9 points in it, which means 91. We're 2 points away from winning the title, if not mathematically, because goal difference, they're not going to catch us. So Manchester United, if they were to lose the next game, of course, we have mathematically won it because 6 points. So we're 7 points clear of them at the top of the Premier League, and we have equalised, I think, the best points tally for a season. We'll have a look in a minute, but we are literally champions elect, I think, is how you can put it. Nothing coming up there straight away. Humiliation for Wolves, the post-match conference, which I don't usually do. Mazulia is tired. I'm not going to rest him for the next game. Abraham in top form. And we'll shake his hand. First things first, before we forget, we need to go away and give everybody 2-day rest. Training rest. 2 days. And that's where it is. Qualify for the Champions League, which we've done some time ago, I think. And no further news on the front, I don't think, as it stands at the minute. Nothing. Right, offers made for Jimenez, apparently. Not quite sure that's got anything to do with us. Right. That's the end of the episode then. We will be coming back for the second leg, the important second leg of the Europa League Semi Final against Barcelona at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We are a goal down after the first leg. We need to win this one. And then a Premier League game against Leicester, which could see us secure the Premier League title, the second bit of silverware for the season. With still, as it currently stands, we'll know by then whether we're actually in for 4 or whether it's a simple 3 because we've been knocked out of the Europa League and just have the FA Cup final to go. But yeah, all to play for, I think. But so close, you can almost smell it. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and our other 2 series, of course, To Be a Legend and from the bottom to the top. And of course, we'll keep you in touch with what's going to happen when FM23 comes out. The beta due around about the 25th of October. So we're working towards that at the moment. New episodes of Making Tottenham Hotspurs, again, are usually released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15. But we're recording to this. This episode will go out on Friday. And because next week there is the funeral on Monday, a bank holiday for Elizabeth II, everything's going to get pushed back. We won't be putting anything out on Monday for obvious reasons, as a mark of respect. So everything's going to get pushed back next week. So where this would normally come out on Tuesday, it will be out on Wednesday next week. So if you're not sure and you want to know when it's coming out, then either subscribe and hit the notification button. But you could do that, and also follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode, and we'll find out whether we are still in for 4 lots of silverware in this season. I really hope so. It's going to be a tremendous end to the season or the series. Come to that. Episode 56. It's out on Wednesday next week. Until then, it's a very goodbye.